Welcome to the I Triumph Real Estate Blueprint Podcast, where greatness awaits you.
And they'll say, I spoke to my lawyer. He said I don't need a trust. Most lawyers who tell you that don't know how to do a trust, or, to be honest, we make so much more money on probate. If you have an estate in a trust that's $800,000, it might cost $2,000 to settle. If that's in a will, a good will, it could be $25,000 to $30,000. So I guess I jumped into probate. You want me to go to that question you want to ask? You want me to keep answering it?
Because that is the next question. So thank you very much for that answer. But I do have an additional follow-up question to that. Does the law change from state to state when you're talking about the particulars for wills, living trusts, which I know living wills, which you actually identified in regards to medical, and trust? Does it change from state to state, or does it pretty much blanket across the country?
State death rules, for lack of a better term, probate rules vary from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. The law in D.C. is different than the law in Maryland. One critical difference. In D.C., it's a little more difficult to start probate, but once you start it, it's unsupervised. Unfortunately, as from my perspective, that leads for abuse. You find much more probate-related fraud, and the lawyers are not regulated at all. And they charge exorbitant. I won't say what groups lawyers are, but there you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
In Maryland, the court is more involved. It's easy to start, but you have to send in reports. But the law, and then Virginia drops like a rock. And here's the problem, that and a couple other southern states. So if daddy or mommy dies, then the children automatically own it. But what happens is this, they think we own it, so we're not going to change the title. This goes on for multiple generations. And then the storms came in, FEMA trying to give money, and no one had title. FEMA made an exception during the last major storm, but they can't keep doing that. I have a case in Virginia now. It's 100 years since someone died. The house is still in his name. No one, they, you know how we are. We park rusty cars on it, do nothing, didn't take care of it. Then lo and behold, it's worth $1 million. They decide they're going to sell it, and everybody's a lawyer. Didn't get past 5th grade. Everybody's a lawyer. The court throws it out. They hire a law firm. They decide they're going to tell the law firm how much to pay them. They throw them out. I represent one of the sub-heirs. What do I mean by sub-heirs? As generations went by, the pool expanded. Right. Now they're trying to sell it. There are 16 sub-families and over 77 heirs. Every time they meet, it's a fight. All because they thought that because it dropped like a rock, they didn't have to change the deed. It's critical. To answer your question, yes, every jurisdiction has different laws. With the trusts that I do are national.
Okay.
Cover everything. So, yeah, it's a little bit more expensive than when you go for TV or something else. But there's a reason. You go to any state in the union, and any nation that follows English common law will honor these trusts. Okay. I see something. Now, I'm going to answer the question you didn't ask. Should I go online and do a will? No. No, I won't say HTTN, but you know what I'm saying.